A crucial message for silent marriages: learn emotional communication or risk infidelity and divorce in later life. In today's world, marriages thrive on more than just financial stability or societal expectations. Emotional connectivity has become a cornerstone of modern relationships. This shift poses a challenge for many traditionally engaged in roles that downplay emotional expression. If you struggle to comprehend and cater to your partner's emotional needs, your relationship is at a significant risk of deteriorating, marked by growing intimacy gaps. Research and psychological insights reveal that unmet emotional needs often drive spouses to seek fulfillment outside their marriage. This trend is evident in the increasing rates of divorce among middle-aged individuals and rising infidelity cases in younger couples. Mastering the language of emotions is not just beneficial, it's essential for sustaining your marriage. 1. Emotional connection, the new foundation of marriage. In the past, marriages were often sustained by a sense of duty, family honor, and financial security. However, as social expectations change, marriage is now viewed as a partnership for emotional and psychological satisfaction. This means that a spouse's ability to connect emotionally becomes paramount. A study on emotional intelligence and marital satisfaction. Research shows that couples who feel emotionally accepted and understood experience significant increases in marital satisfaction. Emotional validation involves listening, responding empathetically, and recognizing each partner's unique emotional needs. They especially explain that childhood's unmet emotional needs, such as recognition, affection, and understanding, manifest themselves in adult relationships after establishing a stable marriage. When these needs are unmet, people unconsciously look for them outside the marriage. Infidelity and emotional distancing are also some of these consequences. Simply put, emotional language and empathy are not just marriage soft skills but the essential foundation for a lasting and fulfilling marriage. If we do not learn this, we may learn through the pain of separation or infidelity that traditional marital arrangements are insufficient to meet our partner's needs. 2. Risk of late-life divorce, lack of emotional needs that build up over time. Emotional neglect is a common experience for many women who have focused on the home in traditional marriages. Many women stay in these marriages out of necessity, but when they reach retirement age and no longer find satisfaction in them, they tend to choose divorce in their twilight years. The main factors in divorce at twilight. According to psychologists, unresolved emotional needs from childhood can re-emerge in the later stages of marriage if the need for love and acceptance is not met in childhood. If these needs are continuously ignored, especially by husbands who become emotionally distant from themselves while immersing themselves in work aimed at economic achievement, many women who lack the satisfaction of their emotional needs reach their limits and lose sight of the charm of youth. Before you get older, you may want to find fulfillment outside of marriage. Self-identity and desire for independence. Cultural norms have traditionally restricted women to domestic roles, often inhibiting their desires and self-expression. However, in modern times, as they grow older and become aware of their own needs, many women, especially YOLO women, begin to desire independence and seek freedom rather than remain in an unsatisfying marriage. For many of us, the message is clear: ignorance of your married partner's emotional needs does not simply result in temporary conflict. Over time, this can build up resentment and dissatisfaction, leading to divorce or separation later in life. Understanding and meeting these emotional needs is essential to maintaining a lasting marriage. 3. Infidelity in the younger generation. Unmet emotional needs lead to infidelity. This problem is not limited to middle-aged people. Young couples also face an increased risk of infidelity in the new environment. In particular, the temptation to fill the emotional void externally is greater for modern couples who combine work and family life, and this, combined with women's economic independence, provides equal opportunities for infidelity for both men and women. Digital platforms facilitate infidelity. The proliferation of digital platforms like online chat and dating apps has made it easier for people to seek out emotional or romantic relationships outside of marriage secretly. Women with equal opportunities in the workplace, like men, have increased their chances of finding relationships outside of marriage. Unresolved needs are a significant cause of infidelity. Unresolved emotional needs significantly contribute to infidelity. Experts in psychology observe that individuals who experience emotional deprivation in childhood often seek partners who are strong in decision-making and logical reasoning rather than those who can meet their deep-seated emotional needs. This fundamental mismatch can lead to profound disappointment as emotional needs go unmet within the marriage. In response, the temptation to find acceptance and love from external sources becomes a compelling escape. A spouse may seek temporary fulfillment elsewhere without adequate support to heal past or current emotional wounds. Research indicates that infidelity often stems from the persistent unmet need for love and acceptance, a need unfulfilled since before the marriage. This risk intensifies during periods of heightened stress, such as significant life transitions or midlife crises, particularly for those carrying the burden of unresolved childhood trauma. The message is clear: mastering the language of emotions is crucial not only for preventing infidelity but also for reinforcing the emotional integrity of your marriage. This proactive emotional maintenance can prevent leakage during your marital voyage, ensuring a stronger, more resilient union. 4. How to learn the language of emotions and strengthen your marriage. Fortunately, emotional language and connection are not fixed characteristics. This is a skill that can be developed. Here are some ways to help Korean men develop emotional intelligence and meet their partner's emotional needs. Active listening. Emotional validation begins with listening. Rather than trying to solve the problem immediately, focus on truly listening to your spouse's thoughts and feelings. Reflecting on their words without judgment shows you respect your spouse's perspective. Expressing empathy and vulnerability. There is no need to hide your emotions. Expressing vulnerability and empathy can create deeper bonds. Sharing and understanding your partner's feelings creates a safe space for open communication. Get advice and support. If you find it challenging to understand emotional language, consider seeking professional help. Counseling is not for crises. It's a way to learn and grow to understand each other more deeply. Set up regular emotional check-ins. Routine check-ins provide time to share feelings and reflect on the relationship. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of open communication each day can go a long way in helping you stay connected. By making an effort to connect on an emotional level, Korean men can create marriages where each other is understood and respected, which will reduce the risk of infidelity and divorce later in life. Conclusion. Emotional connection is the key to saving your marriage. Learning the language of emotions may depart from traditional values, prioritizing financial security and social status. Yet, as societal norms evolve and the quest for emotional fulfillment grows, mastering emotional communication has become essential. Today's fast-paced world often leaves parents juggling careers and child-rearing, leading many of their children to enter marriage with unmet emotional needs. Ignoring these needs increases the risk of divorce and infidelity. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and vulnerability are crucial for a lasting marriage. It's time to prioritize these qualities. By learning to communicate emotionally, you can strengthen your bond with your partner and forge a partnership capable of weathering life's challenges and changes together.